Hello there, and welcome this evening. I'd like to start by thanking everyone for making it out tonight to support Daryl's bid for mayor. This is going to be a challenging 5 months that's going to require everyone on this team to dig deep and get the word out about Daryl and his important message for voters. This city needs leadership, and someone in the mayor's seat who will be willing to make the hard decisions required to keep Edmonton great for all Edmontonians. I'd like to start by introducing our choice for Edmonton's next mayor. Mr. Daryl Bonar is a fighter and a leader. He has brought himself up from nothing through an uncompromising character and the ability to lead from the front. His list of accomplishments are many. He is a decorated member of the Canadian Forces, having served in the Princess Patricia's Canadian Light Infantry for many years, and now in the Army Reserves with the Loyal Edmonton Regiment. During his regular force career, Daryl earned his paratrooper wings, which is no small feat, as well as completing 2 tours overseas. Daryl is also a successful business leader and real estate investor with many interests outside of his military role. Daryl's a successful athlete. His accomplishments in MMA fighting and endurance running have given him the mental toughness required to face the challenge ahead. Daryl is also a community leader with a heart for young people, having founded and grown youth programs right here in Edmonton. And most importantly, Daryl is a husband and a father. His wife, Kasia, and children, Eriks and Ajaya, are firmly behind this campaign and firmly behind his call to lead. So, without further ado, I'd like to welcome your choice for mayor, Mr. Daryl Bonar.
Good day and welcome. I am Daryl Bonar. Before I continue, though, I wish to recognize a few people. First being Miss Darcy Bergeron, a reflection of U event coordination for her efforts in coordinating this rally. Thank you, Darcy. I also wish to thank Mr. Stéphane Doré of Digitally Ignited and Mr. Chris Toombs of One Step Beyond for their excellent digital content work they have generated in the past months. Thank you again. I also like to thank the Ramada Hotel and Conference Room for their excellent hospitality and unparalleled service in the last 2 days. I also like to thank Peter for his very warm welcome. You have been my rock over the last couple of months, and I could not be here today without you. Thank you, Peter. I'd like to start off by introducing a few people first. I'm very proud of my association with them. It is my privilege to know them. Once again, to Peter, managing partner of Vaughan Business Group, and specifically Vaughan Creative. A brilliant entrepreneur, in my opinion, a certified genius. Jumping to my left, Mr. Steve Bergeron, a very successful realtor, a long-term real estate investor. I am proud to call him my close friend. He's not only my friend, but he's a mentor, and he's been a life coach to me over the past several years. Mr. Steve Boone, over 20 years in the Canadian Forces, now the owner-operator of a very successful hauling corporation and a property firm. Down the line, Mr. Justin Yasu. In my opinion, Justin is one of the true up-and-comers in Edmonton. If I was to vote for a top 20 under 20 or a top 20 under 30, Justin would be it. He's in the last year of his degree. He actually, at the tender age of 20, he ran for MLA in the district of Bonnyville-Cold Lake. A very noble feat at such a young age. He has also been on the Next Generation Task Force of Edmonton. He represents the future of Edmonton. To his left is Mr. Michael Maroc. I am proud to call him my close friend as well. We have worked together for several years. Last year, he was awarded Alberta's Soldier of the Year, a veteran of Afghanistan, and 2 tours in Bosnia. I'm very proud of my association with him, and on most days, he is both my eyes and ears, both my left arm and my right arm, and other days, both my feet as well. Glad to have you here, Mike. Down the line is my sister-in-law, Anya, 16 years old, well beyond her years. She is currently on the Daryl Bonar program, and she will own her first home on her 18th birthday, guaranteed. Directly to her left is Mr. Brom Deegan, a very successful entrepreneur and businessman, and I am proud that he is here today. Thank you, Brom, for coming. And to his left is Mr. James W. Crocker, who over the past little while, when I've thrown a task his way, he has shown the knack for getting it done when I need to get it done. His 22 years of legal practice have been insurmountable in my campaign to this point. He is handling all my donations and trust, and I am happy to have him on my team. Thank you, Mr. Crocker. Last but not least, to my right, my beautiful, loving, caring wife and all things to me, Kasha. And my pride and joy, Eric's. I am very glad to have them here today. To the back of the room is my beautiful daughter, Najea. To all in attendance, I am truly appreciative of your support tonight. Thank you for your time and effort in coming and sharing this proud moment with my family. So let me begin by explaining the path leading up to tonight. Approximately 2 years ago, a few light bulbs lit up over my head while having a kitchen table discussion with a lifelong friend. We were musing about our transformation over the years from being a couple of 5-year-olds growing up in the projects of East Vancouver, all the way to the point of finding peace and happiness at the age of 30. Our stories were similar to a point, but also very unique. I wish to briefly share with you my story. It's not a sob story, it's just my story. I grew up in social housing within East Vancouver. I was blessed to have 2 loving parents who did their very best to provide for my 2 sisters and I, and that was something that cannot be said for every child on my block. Despite my parents' best efforts, there was no denying that we lived in poverty, and it did not take me long in my early childhood to figure out that we were disadvantaged. Nor did it take me long to feel the stigmas that came along with being impoverished: low self-esteem, an utter lack of confidence, and a sense of not belonging. The school years passed by, and as soon as I was able to get a job, I did. And at the age of 15, I worked at a warehouse as a grocery picker for 20 hours a week, while juggling high school and after-school wrestling practices. In 1996, I graduated from high school with the Senior Athlete of the Year trophy, which was coveted by me as I had dreamed about attaining that trophy all through school. The following year, I dabbled in college and continued to work at the grocery warehouse, but was still looking for my path.